Oh, hey there.
Oh, hey there.
How are you?
I am well. How are you?
I'm good. This is History Buffoons.
It sure is. And I'm Bradley.
I'm Kate.
How are you today?
I'm doing pretty good.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah. It's been kind of a chill day.
Chill day. Chill days are always a plus.
But it's not chilly outside.
No. I don't know if anyone watches this, but if you do, you'll notice we're in the pod loft and it's a little warm. But, we'll make do.
Just don't fall asleep.
No guarantees. It's really warm up here. I can't guarantee that I won't fall asleep. Hopefully this is a really interesting story.
Well, I do have a question for you.
Oh, wow. I feel like we haven't done one in a while.
I know.
It's been a minute.
I know. It's because my stories had kind of been on the longer side.
Yeah, no, I get that.
But when was the last time you were in Peoria, Illinois?
2000 and probably one.
I was going to say 2025 because you were there for the 4th of July.
But we weren't really in Peoria though, were we?
Well, we passed through Peoria.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I wasn't in Peoria. But I saw Limp Bizkit in Peoria.
Yeah, I remember you telling me that. So
Yeah.
that was 2001?
I think so. That sounds 2000 or 2001 sounds about right.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, I've only been to Peoria a handful of times.
Right. I mean, why go?
I didn't really need to. I had a couple friends that lived there.
Yeah, I think you had mentioned that.
Yeah. Well, that's where our story takes place, kind of, a little bit. Like half the story takes place in Peoria, Illinois.
Okay.
And I kind of got this story from a friend of a friend.
Yeah.
His name is Tony, who lives in Peoria. So shout out to Tony in Peoria.
Thank you, Tony.
He wanted a little bit of a dive on Peoria's bootlegging history.
Oh, were they known for that?
Yeah, well, they did have some moments.
Really?
Yes.
Did any of the old school gangsters go through Peoria?
And that's exactly who we're going to be talking about.
Nice.
Yes.
I like that.
So upon my bootlegging research of Peoria,
yeah,
this particular family came up. So
okay.
I'm going to talk.
Speaking of bootlegging, why don't we crack a beer?
Oh, yeah, I've got one. And it's cold.
Yeah, we got our mainstays.
Yeah,
so
I got my Madoo.
I got my shandy. All right. Cheers to Peoria, Illinois, and bootlegging.
Cheers.
Yeah.
Keeping anti-prohibition alive.
I really don't think that could ever go back into law.
No, there would be havoc.
It would be such an uproar. It would be insane.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just too ingrained in our...
I'd create an uproar myself.
I mean, I feel like you already are. All right. Anyways, let's continue.
Okay. So, Tony, thank you. This is for you.
Yes. Thank you, Tony.
Okay. So we are going to meet the Sheltons.
Sheltons.
Yes.
Okay. Like S-E-H-E-L-T-O-N.
S-H-E-L-T-O-N. Yes.
Why did I say S-E-H? Wow.
I don't know.
I am what you would call special.
So half of them are dysfunctional. The other half are mostly functional. Okay. So we've got Roy, Carl.
Right. Oh boy. Lots of names.
There's 7.
Oh my God.
But the majority of them, there's 3. So I'm just going to list off the family members real fast.
Oh, and then we're focusing more on
3 of them.
Gotcha. Okay.
So we've got Roy, Carl, Earl, Dalta.
Dalta?
Uh-huh.
How do you spell that?
D-A-L-T-A. Dalta.
Oh, Dalta. That's a unique name.
Yes. It was for one of the brothers. Yes.
Okay.
And then we have Bernie.
All right.
Lula. And Hazel.
Okay.
And their parents were Ben and Agnes.
Did Hazel have green eyes?
Hazel probably had hazel eyes.
You would think. Did they not name her until they saw the color of her eyes? Because they change a little bit when you're a little kid.
So we are going to go to Wayne County, Illinois.
Is that, I assume that's near Peoria then?
It is not. It's actually in the southern part of Illinois.
Oh.
And that's where our story begins. So this is like the half of it that is not in Peoria.
Gotcha.
But we are in the midst of Prohibition, and 3 of the brothers decided that they wanted a life of crime.
Well, it was a very appealing life at that time because you could get rich bootlegging booze.
Oh, yes.
I know a lot of it came in from Canada. A lot of it came in from the South or whatever. And you could make...
They make their own.
A lot of people made their own. That's why you see all those old pictures of old-timey cops breaking down stills and shit and whatever. So did they have... I don't know if you get into this, but did they have a specific booze that they... focused on?
I mean, they kind of dabbled in moonshine a little bit, but no, it was all very general, just booze in general that I read.
Right.
But then they got into like the gambling scene and all of that as well.
Well, that usually kind of goes hand in hand with the booze side.
Yeah.
So what year are we talking about? Is this 20 something?
So we're going to start kind of in the 1920s.
Okay.
Yeah. So we're going to meet the three brothers a little bit deeper here. So Carl Shelton.
Okay.
He was born in 1888.
Oh, wow.
Okay, so he was the oldest. He was a smooth talker. He was the guy who would kind of bribe judges while complimenting his wife's hat. It'd be like, we're going to fuck some shit up, but also your hat's...
That's really pretty.
Your wife's hat is awesome.
Yeah, I like it.
He handled the politics and the payoffs, and he was good at making things like go away.
Okay.
He was I wrote down the gang's front office.
The gang's front office. Nice.
He's the office manager.
Oh,
then we have Earl Shelton.
Okay.
He was born in 1890.
Like 1990.
The middle brother, he was also the brains behind the booze logistics.
Okay.
He kept the illegal liquor flowing. And after Prohibition, he pivoted to the gambling rackets.
Gotcha.
And then we have Bernie Shelton, was born in 1898.
Youngest one, okay.
And he was also the angriest.
Oh, no.
He was most likely to punch you in the face for breathing wrong.
Sounds like my ex-wife. That's another story for another time.
He was the muscle, the guy that you really didn't want to piss off.
Was he I don't know if you came across this. Was he a big dude?
He was.
He was,
yep,
yeah.
He
so
was.
kind of a brute, if you will.
Yep, exactly.
Okay.
So the other brothers and sisters, Roy, Dalta, and Hazel and Lula, and their parents were not associated with the other brothers' dealings.
They were just the family, but didn't have anything to do with it.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
But they were very much a family unit.
Right.
They just stayed out of the illegal stuff.
So they knew what was going on. They just didn't have a hand in it.
Correct.
Gotcha. Okay.
So as soon as Prohibition hit in the 1920s, the Sheltons were like, booze is illegal, but not for us.
Did you come across anything that they did prior to getting into?
They were mostly farmers.
Were they? Okay.
Yeah.
I was just curious
family.
if they had a profession prior to.
No, mostly farming.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, that's a profession.
Yeah.
But.
100%.
Yeah. Thanks to our farmers.
So they started with moonshine and they shipped that all over what was called Little Egypt. And that's like the southern tip of Illinois. They called it Little Egypt.
Why do they call it that?
That wasn't part of my research.
I didn't expect that so soon. Is it because it's an upside down pyramid?
That's right.
That's right. That is 100% why they called it that. Or I'm just trying to get you to move
on. They were also kind of all over the eastern St. Louis and all the way up to Peoria. They were all over the middle to southern parts of Illinois.
Okay.
So.
Oh,
yep.
Burp.
Their operation had kind of exploded with their popularity.
So, sorry to interrupt. They were making their own moonshine at this time.
Yes.
Okay. I just wanted to clarify that because I guess for some reason I questioned it in my brain. So,
yeah.
Okay.
They were making their own stuff, but they were also
moving other people's stuff.
Liquor. Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay.
So they developed lots of roadhouses, private stills, and they actually created a pretty large criminal network.
Oh.
50 plus.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's pretty good for those times.
Yeah. So they also had this guy in their gang called Charlie Birger.
Okay.
And for a while, they got along really well. And then he decided that
Not so much.
one of the brothers potentially slept with his girlfriend, and then shit was on.
Did they say which brother?
Carl, the oldest. But
the oldest, okay.
Yeah, I couldn't find anything that was actually definitive, just a rumor.
Well, and yeah, who knows if it was really true.
Yeah, and Birger might have just wanted to create his own empire and just get out of the shadow of the Sheltons.
And that's possible, and maybe cause a little disarray in their operation to try and help himself. So I could see that being a thing.
So there were territory disputes. Both sides wanted control over like the most profitable counties and roadhouses. Right. And Birger just wasn't into being their sidekick or in their shadows, like I said.
Sure.
So
makes sense.
They went from like business bros to like shoot on sight, like
to mortal foes.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Get this. Both gangs built private armies.
What? How do you build a private army?
They had gunfights in the streets.
Jesus.
They made homemade armored cars.
Wow.
And they had planes dropped from airplanes onto the other's territory.
They had what dropped on?
Bombs. Did I say that?
Okay.
They had bombs dropped from airplanes.
Because, I mean, planes dropped from airplanes. I'm like, how big was the initial airplane to drop another plane? That's pretty impressive.
Bombs.
I mean, they were really rolling in the dough.
Bombs were, like, they had such influence that they got bombs to be dropped from airplanes.
You know, and it's funny because, like, planes weren't really around for very long by this point.
We were in World War II era, just before.
We're already into World War II era?
We're in like the 20s, late 20s, early 30s.
World War II is like 10 years later for us.
Yeah, I suppose.
I'm just saying, well, the first flight wasn't that 1904? 4 came to mind, and then I'm like 6, 7. Why do I always forget that? Anyways,
so they literally like jerry-rigged bombs coming from planes.
Crazy. What were the bombs made out of?
Like, that wasn't part of my research.
I didn't ask that question for that answer, but I'm glad you answered it properly. I'm just curious, is like, what would they have put in those in the 20s to make like a bomb? Because it's not like they had, traditional bombs.
And all the cops were like, yeah, we don't see anything.
Of course they don't.
Let me drink my
that's because
free liquor.
Right, because Carl was the oldest. No, Carl was the oldest one.
Yeah,
because he was paying them off. So they didn't see shit. Must have been a bird, man. I don't know.
So casualties climbed into the dozens.
Oh dear!
During this time.
Okay.
And it was basically like a cheap version of Chicago at this point.
Wow.
Yeah. So enter the Ku Klux Klan.
Oh dear.
I know.
That's really wild.
So the KKK decided to be the region's morality police.
Morality police?
Yeah. They hated booze. They hated gambling. They hated Catholics. They hated bootleggers. They hated jazz and probably breakfast. We don't know.
I like breakfast. I like jazz too.
So they would raid roadhouses, beat up bootleggers, and even attacked a hospital where gangsters were recovering
from their wounds.
Doesn't
it seem just really odd that the KKK would be like anti-booze? I mean, to me, it just
it's
like an oxymoron.
Yeah,
really.
Oxymoron, exactly.
Because it's like they're out to like literally eliminate a race if they can, or religion, or whatever, all the other stuff they hated.
Yeah.
Quote unquote.
Yeah.
So you'd think like people that despicable would be like, yeah, I like booze. I'm all for it. But they were against it. That just seems fucking just wrong.
Yeah.
But, okay.
And of course, like the KKK and the gangs, they kind of mix like oil and water. Not very well.
Right.
And both turned into armies that fought each other again.
Jesus.
And law enforcement was just like, I don't see anything. Let me drink my free liquor.
And it was like, this is water. It's really moonshine. It's just clear.
So sheriffs and mayors were either bribed by the Sheltons or they were scared into obliging the Sheltons.
Sure.
They were routinely bought off.
Of course.
One local quote, he said, quote, "We'd arrest them, but they gave us a really nice Christmas bonus."
What kind of bonus do you think they got?
Probably a lot of liquor
Do you
and
think
money.
that? I'm sure it was a mixture, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because buy the family something nice and get drunk while you do it.
But the Sheltons were raking it in despite the Klan, despite...
Oh, I'm sure they were.
Yeah, but despite Birger.
Yeah.
They ran over a dozen roadhouses, and many of them were open 24/7.
Jesus.
They featured gambling, liquor, and other vices, prostitution.
World's oldest profession.
Yeah, exactly. So the combined payroll in a couple of counties here, Williamson County and Franklin counties, was $2 million a month, which is
wow,
$3.5 million today.
That's it?
According to my calculations, which could be wrong.
2 million back then is only 3.5 today.
Well, now you have me like doubting myself.
I'm glad, because that seems like it would be more. At least, I mean, I don't know. I'm not saying you're wrong. I just feel like it would be more.
How many zeros?
6.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
How many zeros? Oh man, that was great.
Okay. Oh, $3 billion.
Because I'm like, there's no way it only went up $1.5 million. I mean, what exchange or interest rate are you at? Jeez.
Oh, there were additional digits behind that the 3 6s or the 3 zeros. There
was 3 more?
Yeah.
That's just like, I'm going to give you a raise on your paycheck. There'll be a couple extra zeros in the front of your check this week. What the fuck?
Yeah,
wow.
3.5 billion with a B.
Billion. Holy shit. I mean, yeah, that sounds more like what I was thinking it should be. That's insane. Wow. Could you, I mean, just think of how much product they move through then too. I mean, 2 million in the 20s is crazy.
Yeah. Wow. So citizens were getting a little furious about everything, and they started to demand that the governor declare martial law.
Oh boy.
Just to make the chaos stop. But
do you know who the governor was?
I don't.
Okay. I wasn't sure if he was prominent in the story or not.
No, I do mention a mayor later on, but no, not this is the only.
That's all right.
Governor highlight, yeah. But he was probably like they're paying some kind of tax. It's fine.
As long as they got theirs, they don't care. That's the problem, especially back then. I mean, it's a lot different today, obviously, and the shenanigans happen today, of course. But at the same time, back then, if you give a little extra envelope to this guy, they like you said, look the other way. Like the police did. So that's wild.
So the feud between Birger and the Shelton brothers made Southern Illinois pretty bloody.
Right.
And Birger actually got himself arrested.
Oh dear.
And convicted and publicly hanged.
Oh wow, really?
In 1928.
So they were still. Go ahead. Sorry.
He ordered a hit on the mayor, who happened to be on Team Shelton.
Well, yeah. I mean, that you picked the wrong guy. So clearly that hit didn't go through.
Nope.
Or fail or whatever, I guess. I mean, wow, I guess. I wonder when the last hanging in the States was.
It was. I have this information.
Oh my God, you got something?
It was in 1928, and it was a guy named Charlie Birger.
That was the last hanging?
That was the last hanging in Illinois.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
That's wild. I guess I can't believe they even still did it in 1928, I guess. But because you said it was a public hanging.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't that crazy? It's like, son, get your popcorn. We're going to see the hanging.
I had an answer.
That was a part of your research.
It was a part of my research.
Well done. Well done.
Okay, so In 1925, before he was convicted and all that, Birger actually ratted out the Sheltons. There was some kind of like federal mail robbery case, and Birger like threw the Sheltons under the bus. They didn't do it.
No, but he was trying to eliminate his competition.
Exactly. So they were all arrested and put into jail.
For how long?
They had 25-year sentences each. Carl, Ernie, and Bernie.
Wow.
Yes. And that's when Birger kind of rose a little bit more to power and then got himself hanged. But the boys were released in 1930, just 5 years in.
Oh, so they were in prison for 5 years?
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Why'd they get released so early?
I'm sure they bought people off. I don't know.
I'm asking a lot of doozies
but
today.
You are. But when they got out, Prohibition was starting to lose some steam.
Yeah, because when did Prohibition actually end?
It was like 1933.
That's what came to mind. I can't remember exactly, but okay.
Yeah.
For some reason, 33 popped in my head. Whether that's right or not, it was around there.
Yeah.
So they were on the tail end of Prohibition by the time they got out. Okay.
Yeah. So in the 1930s, Peoria was Illinois' second largest city.
Behind Chicago?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Not sure what happened.
What's the second biggest now?
I don't know. Jesus, why are you asking me such a random question, Leon?
Well, because I'm curious because we drove through Peoria.
Yeah.
And it's definitely...
It would have to be a suburb.
I mean, you would think, right?
Yeah.
Of Chicago.
A suburb of Chicago, I would imagine.
I mean, I don't know. Because what's the capital of Illinois? It's not Chicago, right?
Springfield.
Springfield, that's it. Thank you.
Yeah.
Rockford's not very big either.
It's not.
And then I'm out of Aurora. I only know that because of Wayne's World. But she's typing furiously to try and figure this out.
Schaumburg is the second largest, and that is a.
Is it really?
That is a.
Yeah, I've been
suburb.
there. I've been there many a time before they built an IKEA up here. Sarah and I would take random trips to get some cheap furniture and then go to Portillo's for some Italian beef.
Okay, so two different sites say two different things.
Okay.
So this site that I'm on now, IllinoisDemographics.com, says Schaumburg is number 13.
That is quite a difference.
So Aurora is the second.
I said that. Look at me go.
And then Rockford is number 5.
Is it really?
Yes.
I would not have guessed that.
Springfield is number 7. Peoria, number 8.
Where does South Beloit fall on that list?
Oh, poor dear little South Beloit. I'm pretty sure you're going to be way at the bottom.
I'm guessing you're not wrong.
And why South Beloit?
Do I ask that?
Yeah. Why? Yeah. Why are you asking that?
Because Beloit's in Wisconsin and South Beloit's in Illinois. And Beloit is the armpit of Wisconsin.
267
people.
No.
1,000.
No, on the list.
Oh, on the list.
267 on the list.
Fair enough.
Okay, moving on.
Yeah, sorry, we got sidetracked by population.
But at the time, Peoria was the second largest.
I would have never guessed that, and
Same.
I know that's 100 years ago or
but
whatever.
You know why?
Why?
Because one, there's a river going through there.
A river runs through it?
Uh-huh.
That's a movie.
Okay.
Yep.
And then there's also 2 major military bases there.
Oh, really?
I wrote them down. I couldn't pronounce them, so I deleted it.
Why? You know how much I like hearing you fumble words?
Okay, so they have like a don't ask, don't tell policy in Peoria.
Kind of like the military for a while there.
Exactly. So the Great Depression, which was also happening around this time.
That was a big part of
all
of this.
That was also winding down.
Mm-hmm.
Economy was rising a little bit. Folks are ready to drink, gamble, and forget Prohibition even happened.
Go to war.
And Peoria earned the nickname Wide Open City.
Wide Open City. Taverns
ran 24/7.
Crazy.
Slot machines.
Oh.
Politicians that didn't see anything. Law enforcement not seeing anything.
Okay.
Basically.
No one saw anything.
No one saw nothing.
I didn't see nothing.
Don't ask, don't say. Don't ask, don't tell.
That too.
See something, don't say something. If you see something, don't say something. Moving on.
That might be the title of this episode. We'll see if we have any other gems that pop up.
If you see something, don't say something.
See something, don't say something. Wow. Okay. Good Lord.
Okay.
Anywho, yes.
So,
Move along.
yes, absolutely moving along.
Okay.
So, Peoria actually had a big kind of organized crime history already.
Did it really?
Yeah.
Okay.
And Peoria's longtime mayor,
Yeah.
Edward N. Woodruff, ran the town.
Is this the one that was potentially going to be assassinated?
Nope, that was in
That's a
Southern
different-
Illinois.
Oh, I'm sorry.
And that was a governor.
Yeah.
That's okay. We're talking about a lot of people here.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah. So, the mayor of this town, Woodruff, he basically called Peoria liberal.
Peoria liberal.
That's like the philosophy that they accepted.
Okay.
Vice is inevitable, so let's monetize it.
I mean, it sounds like good business sense, I guess.
Everything's allowed, just keep it tidy and neat.
And on the hush hush.
And then it will be profitable.
And if you see something, don't say something.
Exactly. So slot machines are basically like big piggy banks out there.
Yeah.
The city charged $20 a month per machine as a license.
Okay.
$20 a month. Today, do you want to try to guess?
4,000.
Not even that close. Unless I got my zeros wrong again.
4 million.
$20 a month is about $400.
Okay. Well, I mean, I had
per
the 4.
machine.
I had the 4 right.
Per machine per month.
I mean, and I'm sure
that's
it's not
a
like
lot.
It's not like they had one machine. They probably had tens of hundreds or whatever.
Which could be up in the 4 billion or millions. We don't know. So
let's get off the numbers.
Gambling houses paid monthly fees as well. And as long as no one made a mess for the newspapers, officials were actually pretty chill about everything.
Okay.
Of course, violence was pretty bad for business.
Well, usually it is, even today.
But they would have like backroom pokers and bourbon and bribes, and everything else was fine.
Right.
So by the late 1930s, Peoria was living their best liberal life.
Okay.
They had 200 plus taverns. They had gambling dens in really swanky lounges, as well as like the really off the cuff, bad, crusty places.
Hole in the wall.
Exactly. Sometimes those are pretty amazing, though.
You and I are both rather akin to
holes in the wall.
Holes in the wall, dive bars, all that stuff, especially when it has the vibe. That's why I like one of our favorite places to go is Brown Bear. It has like that kind of feel, but it's not that type of bar.
It's so good.
But it's got that kind of feel, like overall aesthetically looking and all that. That's why I think we like that place so much.
Yeah.
But no, we like to find kind of off the beaten path bars when hey, let's go get a beer. All right. And we have our staples that we like. Obviously like Rick's and Whitewater and Brown Bear, like I said, or whatever, but we like those random. Yeah. This looks like a hole. Let's go check it out kind of thing. Right. We've been into a few and we've actually gotten pretty disappointed. Because like, what is this place? Yeah. Do you have a Modelo? No. Do you have
anything dark?
A Liney's? No. Do you have a dark? No. Do you have any pale ales? No. It's like
we Bud Light, Miller Light, Busch Light. That's what we got.
But that's the problem with a lot of those bars. It has regulars. Yeah, and that's especially what they because they're in, that tight-knit area. That's what they drink. That's what they carry. They're not going to have a boatload of craft beers or whatever. Yeah. Which, I understand, but at the same time, sucks.
Okay, so with Prohibition kind of falling out, and the southern part of Illinois, kind of like their whole empire, the Sheltons empire, were kind of crumbling as well because they've been in prison.
Was that Little Egypt? What was that called again?
Yes, Little Egypt.
Is that what it was called? Did I get that right? Mm-hmm. Oh, shit.
Yeah. So Shelton brothers were actually invited unofficially up to Peoria. And I'll tell you how.
By who?
So,
The mayor?
so Peoria's gambling elite, like the ones who are always gambling, spending the high dollars, they had one big fear. And that was Chicago and Al Capone in Chicago.
Yeah, because he was quite a big deal.
It was a big deal.
Yeah.
And Peoria's local kingpin, Clyde Garrison, was a little intimidated by it.
Okay.
He proclaimed himself to be the gambling king of Peoria. He liked being in charge of the dice and the cards and anything shady in between.
Sure.
And someone tried to kidnap him in 1930.
Oh.
He was with his wife.
Oh, dear.
And the rival mobsters tried to abduct him, ended up firing a shot. I think it hit his leg, and another bullet went straight into his wife's head. Oh,
God.
And killed his wife.
Yeah, I'd say it did.
So after that, he's like, I need some backup.
Wow. So he invited
the Shelton brothers.
The Shelton brothers because he probably heard about them because of what they were running at the time.
They weren't Chicago. They had nothing to do with Al Capone.
Yeah, they had no ties to that. So.
They had street cred.
Yeah. No, I mean, it makes sense to go elsewhere.
Yep.
You heard about these guys. Like you said, the biggest thing is not having that tie to Chicago.
Yep.
Or any allegiance to Capone or any of the other gangsters.
Yeah.
So it makes sense that he would want them to come and help him because, hey, pay allegiance to me. I'll pay you good money probably and all that shit. So yeah, no, that makes total sense.
Yeah. So the Sheltons came in with the reputation, the loyalty, and the muscle.
Right.
And at first they acted as like Garrison's enforcers.
Okay.
They kept rival gangs at bay. They protected Peoria's assets, and they kept the violence contained.
Okay.
The money was flowing, and everybody was politely terrified.
Politely terrified. Maybe that's the title. Shit.
And so just like that, the Sheltons kind of had this new empire.
Right. Yeah.
And this time it's not on illegal moonshine, but more on the gambling aspect.
Illegal gambling.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So at first they kind of played backup and bodyguards to Clyde Garrison, but and they weren't quite calling the shots yet.
No.
But Carl worked his charm with the politicians there.
Okay.
And he also like bribed all the police officers saying everything's fine. You can just relax. We got
I'm fine.
this.
It's fine. Everything's fine.
Bernie kept, all the big guys away with his angriness.
Yeah.
Yes. So Garrison ran the books, Sheltons ran the muscle, and everybody ran to the bank because they were getting paid.
Well, they're, profiting from all of this.
And the city of Peoria was booming.
Well, that's second biggest city in Illinois.
Booming metropolis.
That still blows my mind, and only because I've been there. I know it's almost 100-year difference, but it's just wild to think that they were the second biggest city in Illinois. I never would have ever guessed that.
Yeah.
So, wow.
So World War II started happening, and a wave of soldiers and their paychecks came wafting through. Remember, it was on two different bases. Military bases.
Yep.
So the gambling money poured in, the bars were full, brothels were busy.
So were those bases were already there?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And it just obviously with the war happening and people mobilizing and shit, it brought more people into those bases to get them ready to ship out. And when you got people like that, they're looking to spend their money.
Absolutely.
Because they don't know when they're going to be able to have a good time.
Absolutely. And they're all far from home. And
very far from home.
Yep.
So, yeah. Okay.
So one historian from Peoria says there were two Peorias, the respectable one up on the bluff and the Valley City where the dice never stopped rolling.
Oh, is there a bluff in Peoria?
So, yeah, because there's a river. Yeah, it kind of does go up a little bit.
I suppose. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. It's been a second since I've been there, so I'm probably just blowing smoke. Tony, you can let me know.
Tony, help us out because we don't recall. Like I said, I haven't been there in probably, I think it's been a quarter of a century. And yeah, we drove through it.
But
for 4th of July stuff.
Not like all the way through. We more kind of drove around it.
Yeah, exactly. So anyways.
So with all the great like criminal partnerships, somebody wanted a bigger piece.
The Sheltons?
Yeah.
Weird.
Particularly Carl.
The oldest.
Mm-hmm.
Carl's the oldest, Bernie's the youngest, and Ernie is the middle.
Yep.
Okay.
Earl.
Earl. Oh,
Yep.
because you called him Ernie before, so
Oh, my bad.
Fucked up.
I got Earl and Bernie.
Carl and Bernie, and you called them
Ernie. My bad.
Anyways.
So Carl tried to kind of so there were theories.
Okay.
This isn't like 100% known, but the theories were Carl tried to like one up Garrison, cozying up to like the same officials Garrison had relied on.
Oh, so he was trying to buy his way in with the same people to get favor.
Yes.
Basically.
On the other hand, Mayor Woodruff and Garrison like had their own spat, and the mayor decided it was time for the Sheltons to kind of take over.
Okay.
Or both of them happened. We don't know.
Yeah, it's possible.
Yeah. So whatever reason, by 1941, Garrison was out and the Sheltons were in.
Okay.
Okay. So according to one detective who later ended up on the Shelton payroll, he said that Mayor Woodruff personally gave the green light for this new regime.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So,
like you said, it's time for a change.
Yes.
So, all right.
Yes.
Wow.
So with Garrison gone, the Shelton brothers took over Peoria's vice scene, slot machines, gambling dens, political coverage. They had it all.
Right.
By the early 1940s, the Shelton brothers weren't just in the Peoria criminal scene. They were the criminal scene.
They ran the show.
Yes, they absolutely did. So Carl Shelton moved to a place on Knoxville Avenue. If anybody out there knows where that is.
I sure don't.
Yeah, same. Bernie Shelton settled on a farm on the edge of town where he raised horses.
Oh, nice.
And maybe hunchmen. We don't know.
And maybe what?
Henchmen.
Because you sound like you said hunchman.
Because I did.
That's what I thought. I'm like, who raises hunchmen?
The hunchback of... Okay.
The hunchman of Notre Dame?
And in my research, I didn't know where Earl was, but I think he ended up on a farm as well.
Maybe you couldn't find him because he changed his name to Ernie. Sorry. Okay, so their biggest cash cow was slot machines. Right.
So
even with the $20 a machine.
That was during Garrison's time, and I'm not sure
if that continued.
It might be the same.
You would think.
I think it was the same.
That's how they get a piece. So I would assume there's something there.
Yeah. Yeah, they paid it to City Hall. That's what they, So it was $20 a month to City Hall.
So it was legal gambling then? Because if they paid for this license, basically, because that's what it was a license, right?
Yeah, I don't think it was legal. They were just kind of paying for it as if it was to keep all the officials at bay.
Isn't that wild?
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, here you go.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the brothers founded the Peoria Amusement Company, which sounds charming, but really isn't.
Right.
But it was for running slots and jukeboxes and the occasional brothel.
Well, that's amusement, yeah.
Almost every tavern and club in Peoria had a Shelton run slot machine.
Of course.
Even the really fancy places would have it.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. So the Sheltons weren't into messy gangland drama.
Okay.
At least not in Peoria. They kind of ran a tight ship. Like they had rules.
Oh, I mean, even when you're nefarious like that, you got to have some order.
Yeah.
Because otherwise you get people that fucking try to one up you and undercut you.
Like they did with Garrison?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. That's where I was getting to.
Yeah.
But that's, you need your rules and whatever to have order even within a crime fucking unit.
Yeah.
Like the mob, they had a mob boss and the captains and all that shit. They had order for a reason because they wanted to be able to function as a unit,
right?
Not just have fucking chaos,
right?
So even though you're doing shitty things, you need order. So yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, no brawls in the streets,
right?
No gunfire unless necessary.
Well, clearly,
no freelance criminals doing stupid things.
Freelance criminals.
Yep, they called it gangland peacekeeping.
Well, makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it kind of made Peoria feel a little safe.
I'm sure it did.
Yeah.
Yeah, because, even though there's shit going down, they kept it orderly.
Mm-hmm.
So, okay.
One historian said as long as the Sheltons were running things, you weren't getting robbed at random.
Wow.
Yeah. Unless you owned like a competing slot machine company or something.
Well, of course. Were the Sheltons, these three Sheltons, were they married or anything? Did they have families of their own that you came across?
Oh, golly. I think some of them were. Surprisingly, I know more about the other brothers, the ones that weren't in the gang, that they did marry.
Oh, okay.
And I don't remember about these three.
And they're still, the rest of the family is still south, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. I don't remember if I read that.
That's all right. Yeah. I was just curious because, like, obviously, they were pretty prominent in this city, and you would just think that there'd be something if there was.
Yeah,
but I don't know.
I don't remember reading that.
Right.
So, so remember the wide open city concept of Peoria.
Yeah. Yep.
It was basically crime, but organized.
Right.
Right.
So it was organized crime?
Yeah. That's the one. That is the one. Okay. So remember the other brother, Delta.
Yes. The weird name Delta.
Yes. He had two sons.
Oh, there we go.
That's how I know. That's how I knew he had a family, because he had two sons.
So did the sons become part of the gang?
They did in a way, yes.
In a way, okay.
So Little Earl.
Mm-hmm. Not Little Ernie?
Nope. Little Earl was born in 1919, and Little Carl was born in 1924.
So Delta named him after his brothers?
Yes.
Wow.
And yes.
Were they officially called Little? I'm kidding.
Their real names were Earl and Carl, but to separate themselves, it was Big Earl and Little Earl.
Well, clearly.
Big Carl and Little Carl.
I can't imagine their name on the birth certificate.
No.
Was Little, middle name Earl, Shelton. So
as teenagers in the 1940s, they began helping their cousins, or their uncles, their uncles.
Born in 1919, in the 40s, he would already be 21.
Okay, math expert.
I'm sorry.
But they were essentially learning the family business, quote unquote family business, from the ground up.
I'm sure they were learning it prior to being 21.
Yeah.
So I'm sure they had contact with their uncles and were learning what the fuck they were doing.
Yeah.
Because why else would they want to join the family business, if you will?
But I mean, their father wasn't in it. He was a farmer, but they would do errands and act as like junior muscle when needed, and sometimes like be the chauffeurs. But historians think that they were kind of raising these two kids as being like their successors.
Okay.
But World War II came.
Sure did.
And Little Earl and Little Carl went off to serve in the military.
Were they drafted? Do you think?
I don't know.
I wonder. Or did they offer up their services?
I don't know.
Because a lot of people joined.
Yeah.
To help
the effort.
The Great War and everything.
Yeah.
But a lot of people were drafted too.
Yeah.
Because they needed bodies to put out there in front of the bullets.
Mm-hmm. So they survived the war and they came back.
Okay. I'm sorry that I keep asking questions that you might not have an answer to. Do you have any idea where they went in the war? Okay.
No.
I was just curious.
No. So the Shelton brothers tried to actually pass as respectable citizens.
The older ones?
Yeah.
Okay.
So especially Carl, he was kind of the PR guy. Remember, the front desk person.
Sure was.
So Carl rubbed elbows with Peoria's elite, Rotary Club meetings, and tried to kind of act as a pillar in the community. And he didn't want to be seen as like a mob boss. He wanted to be seen as more of a philanthropist.
He wanted to put on a good face.
Yeah.
And have a good public persona, basically. So,
and they kind of had deep roots in the city hall, like with informants and bribing the police and politicians.
Right.
And for a while it worked. The Sheltons managed to keep a stable system of corruption and order, whatever.
Whichever one you want to look at. And
the money kept coming in. They lived like kings, whatever. Sure. But peace plus gangsters really don't equal much success.
No, there's always a time where the bottom drops out.
Exactly. So the Sheltons ended up getting a little bit more territory than they could defend.
Oh, so they're spreading themselves too thin, kind of
So
deal?
former enemies were starting to kind of come in.
And encroach on their territory?
And then they were getting a little bit more attention in Chicago and St. Louis.
Well, I mean, how far... Do you know how far St. Louis is from Peoria? It's not terribly far.
Maybe 3 hours.
Is that about right? Oh, I mean, that sounds roughly
Yeah.
right.
It's been a while since I even went from Decatur, which is where I lived for a while, to St. Louis. It's been a while, so yeah.
But I imagine because St. Louis is a pretty big city.
But also East St. Louis was a part of their original territory when they lived in the South.
Is East St. Louis in Illinois?
I think so.
Is it?
I think it is like actually a town in Illinois.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just like South Beloit, and Beloit is in Wisconsin.
Exactly.
Because I mean, I've only driven through St. Louis once.
Or Kansas City, which is in Missouri.
But there's also a Kansas City in
Kansas.
But yet the Kansas City Chiefs play in Missouri.
Yeah, it's weird.
It's so weird.
Okay, so World War II ended. Soldiers were coming home.
Yeah.
And crime bosses up north were like, hey, remember Peoria? There's a ton of shit happening over there right now. Let's go.
Let's get our fingers in the pie.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, according to an Evening Post report in 1945,
Okay.
the Chicago Syndicate apparently slapped a $10,000 bounty on Carl, Earl, and Bernie.
$10,000 for all three? So $3,333.33 each?
I don't know if it was all three together or
30,
separate.
000?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm just curious because,
But 10,000 today would be 178,000.
That's a lot of money to go put a bounty on somebody.
But they're like, take them out and get Peoria for ourselves.
Who was running Chicago at this time? Was it still Capone?
It's still Capone, but I'm sure he had goons to do all the bidding for him.
I know that. I didn't know.
Like management tiers, it might not have come directly from Capone, but maybe someone,
From his capos and all that stuff, whatever he had.
So one night in 1945, 5 hitmen from Chicago, armed with Thompson submachine guns.
That was a big gun back in those days.
Strolled into one of Bernie's Peoria gambling clubs.
Okay.
Carl and Bernie were inside, possibly playing poker. We're not sure.
Probably playing some gambling.
Yeah. The plan was to shoot, collect bounty, and disappear back to Chicago.
How do they collect the bounty there? Isn't the bounty paid from the people who sent them?
Okay, so I wrote it down wrong.
They were probably going to rob the place.
But I'm not sure if Carl saw them coming because he made a quick phone call.
Oh.
And got all of his gunmen to show up.
Oh.
And scared away the would-be assassins.
Oh, really?
Yeah. There was no shootout.
That's impressive.
Yeah.
So
it was really strange.
These 5 guys show up. They see, oh shit, they got some muscle here.
Yeah.
Let's abandon this. Okay.
Yep.
Wow.
It could have been a massive massacre.
Well, yeah, because those 5 guys from Chicago would have went in and they had their 2 people they're literally gunning for and whatever, but collateral damage at that point, they didn't give a fuck. As long as they got those 2 people, like I said, probably rob the place then because money's around.
Yeah.
And then hightail it back to Chicago.
Yeah.
That would have been a huge massacre, not just the 2 people. It's not like they got some sniper taking these 2 guys out. They would have just shot fucking everybody.
Yeah.
They didn't care.
Oh, a sniper does come into play eventually.
Oh, wow.
So just as the Sheltons were pushing the hitmen from Chicago away.
Yeah.
Someone from inside the crime family.
Okay.
Frank Buster Wortman.
Buster Wortman?
A guy who used to work for us, but now wants to be us kind of a guy.
Okay.
He was once a Shelton enforcer.
Oh.
But Morton had moved shop to the St. Louis area.
Okay.
And while Carl and Bernie were busy doing slot machining in Peoria, Wortman quietly took over their grounds in southern Illinois.
Oh.
By the late 1940s, Wortman had tons of cash, ambitions, and no interest in splitting his territory with the Sheltons. Investigators later pegged Wortman as the mastermind, but he actually put out assassination hits on Carl and Bernie.
Okay.
Okay.
Is this where the sniper comes in?
Soon.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So while Wortman plotted in the shadows...
Yes, it's a good place to plot.
Peoria voters decided they were kind of done being like the Sin City of Illinois.
That's
so
probably why they're not number 2 anymore.
So slot machines kind of brought in jobs, and brothels brought in customers, and like the economy seemed to be kind of booming a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
They were also kind of like they're not really wanting to be a part of that scene anymore.
Sure.
So by 1945, reformers and church groups and other killjoys were kind of asking for change. So the city's reputation was kind of spiraling.
It was shifting.
Yes. Yeah. So Carl Treble, who is the opposite candidate of Woodruff, the Mayor Woodruff,
okay.
Right? He was running against him.
He was the opposing candidate.
He was an opposing candidate with a Bible.
With a Bible?
Mm-hmm. He campaigned to clean up Peoria.
I always run with a Bible.
And he won.
Wow.
So shortly after taking office, Mayor Treble met with Carl Shelton.
Okay.
And they basically had like a professional breakup.
Said, hey, man, we're done. All right, cool.
Exactly. That's exactly what happened.
Right.
Party's over, gambling's done, and Carl was like, okay, I'll go farm.
Yeah, see you, man.
Yeah.
Wow.
It was just like that.
So he just gave it all up to go farm?
Yeah, I think he kind of knew like time was done. Like it was spent.
Like they had their time.
Yeah.
I mean, he was doing it at that point for 15 years. Mm-hmm. So, I mean.
Yeah.
15 years since they even got out of prison, and they started prior to, obviously. So.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
So they ended up folding, and they started pulling out of the Peoria gambling scene. They shut down rackets, and they kind of laid low, and they all focused on farming.
Okay.
So by September of 1946, Peoria, the gambling was done. The brothels were kind of quieted.
Right.
Slot machines were still there, but not for a long time. Not for very long.
Right.
So the Sheltons didn't go completely cold turkey.
Well, no.
They actually set up like a roadhouse right outside of town. So out of like the township, essentially.
Sure.
City limits, called the Parkway Tavern.
Is it still there today?
I don't know. I didn't look it up.
Damn.
I know. Sorry, my bad.
It's cool.
But they felt like it was far enough from the mayor that they could probably
get away with
this. Yeah. So Carl is kind of pushing 60 at this point.
Oh, I suppose, yeah.
Yeah, and he wants to kind of retire and work on his farm, and he wants to live more of a quiet life now.
Yeah, so he'd be 57 at this point.
Yeah, so he's like, he wants to keep an eye on the books and the boys and maybe raise some farm cats and maybe some donkeys. I don't know. But the booze did still flow a little bit, and games were still happening at this tavern.
Okay.
It was much smaller scale, but it still paid some bills for him.
Sure.
But on May 30th, 1948, at the Parkway Tavern, a fist fight broke out.
Oh, dear.
Between two patrons, and one of them was a friend of Bernie's.
Okay.
And this friend lost.
Oh, dear.
And rather than take the loss, Bernie and his sidekick, John Kelly, which doesn't really matter who, because that's the only time we're going to mention this guy, but he was with Bernie. They pistol whipped this guy.
Okay.
And fired warning shots in the parking lot like it was the Wild West.
Sure.
And Peoria County deputies ended up showing up and breaking up this scuffle.
Okay.
And they found themselves in a brawl with Bernie.
A Bernie brawl.
A Bernie brawl. Punches were thrown. Somehow Bernie got injured. I tried to find out how he was injured, but I couldn't find it. Yeah.
Okay.
But both he and his friend John Kelly were arrested. They spent a night in jail and were hit with some felony charges.
Oh, I mean, felony charges, that's pretty prominent.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So after decades of bribes and intimidation, the law was finally like, all right, guys,
Yeah,
like we kind of need to do our jobs now.
Yeah, that's enough. We got to do what we're supposed to do.
Yeah.
Well, and different people in that position. So
exactly. So the stage was kind of getting set for what would kind of be the final takedown of the Shelton Empire.
Okay.
Between February and October, 3 of Shelton's gang, like henchmen. Why do I keep saying henchmen?
I don't know, but it's pretty fucking great because I wish I had some henchmen.
They were gunned down in Peoria.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So this is still in 48 from February to October in 48.
We might be in 49 now.
Okay. I was just curious.
It might be. I don't know.
Okay.
So 3 of the henchmen were gunned down. There were no witnesses, no convictions.
Of course.
Yeah. There were some suspects, the Chicago mob, the St. Louis mob, maybe even Wortman. We're not really sure.
Right.
But after decades of these like shootouts and whatever, Carl Shelton, the smooth talking older brother, right?
Yeah.
He kind of met an unceremonious end.
Oh, man. On his farm or?
October 23rd, 1947, he was driving down a country road near his southern Illinois farmhouse. So he skipped rocks and went all the way back to...
Yeah.
Yeah. He was ambushed by gunmen in a passing car.
Oh, boy. So they were kind of looking for him.
A hail of bullets tore through him.
Okay.
The shooter sped off. No arrests.
Nothing.
No names, no clues, nothing.
Wow.
Nothing.
So I assume he crashed and did he die like that?
He was left bleeding by a ditch.
Right.
And yes, he did not survive that.
He succumbed to his wounds.
He did.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Poor Carl.
So then there was Bernie's death.
The youngest.
July 26, 1948.
Okay.
Around midday, Bernie stepped out of his Parkway Tavern in Peoria, or just outside of Peoria. He was heading to get his Buick an oil change. He was like, I gotta go do this random
maintenance,
random thing.
Yeah.
A single rifle shot rang out from the wooded area near his tavern.
So someone was waiting for him.
Yes. The bullet hit him squarely, dropping him to the gravel, and he crawled a few feet and then collapsed.
Where did it hit him? Did it say?
I don't think I read that.
Okay.
But a witness was coming out of the tavern, saw it, ran back inside.
Said, hey, Bernie's been shot.
Pretty much. Saying, like, there's a sniper outside, you know. So...
Give me a beer.
Bernie was taken to the hospital.
Okay.
And he said to the ambulance driver, quote, they're following us. Green car. They're following us.
Oh, so he saw?
And then he died.
Oh, boy.
We're not sure if he was delirious because it was a sniper in a bush.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, he probably was delirious because, well, he's losing a lot of blood and so on. And he just maybe saw a green car and associate with that or whatever.
Yeah.
Or took the leaves being green as a car. Who the fuck knows?
Who knows?
Yeah.
So again, no arrests.
Right.
No charges. No one ever came out taking the credit. Nothing.
Right.
So with Carl gone and Bernie gone, the Shelton gang was being decapitated, essentially.
Yeah, they were falling quickly here.
Yeah. So the last remaining brother, Earl.
Or Ernie, in case you're following along.
He got the hell out of Dodge.
I thought he was in Peoria. Sorry.
He was in Southern Illinois at this time.
I couldn't resist, but either way. Okay, so where did he go?
So he was actually ambushed on his property in Southern Illinois in May of 1949.
Oh, wow. Okay.
He was shot at. A bullet to the arm, but survived.
Okay.
Okay. But in 1950, they set his barn on fire. So now they got arson to their name.
So do you find it wild that like they all moved south again, back to from where they were.
At least
from.
Earl did. Stop saying Ernie every time I try to say Earl, because now I'm getting confused.
You're the one who started it.
But I ended it too.
I mean, at this point, they're pretty much out of it, right?
For the most part, but not. Yeah, I mean, they were doing like a much smaller scale, but yeah, they were trying to kind of mind their own.
Yeah, and that's why it's wild that they're still being sought after to be killed. Literally 2 years later.
Yeah,
to gun them down. That's just okay.
Yeah. So Earl's barn was torched, and that's when Earl was like, all right, I'm getting out of town.
I gotta go.
So he packed up his remaining family, his sisters and his mother.
Oh, okay.
And they moved to Florida.
Well, I mean, I would imagine they still had some wealth from their bootlegging and gambling days. Yeah. So, okay. So
remember that they had another brother named Roy?
Yes.
Who was not part of the gang?
Not at all.
Yeah. So he actually had a wife, I think, at least a wife, if not kids too. But on June 7th, 1950, Roy was shot to death in an ambush while he was working on a tractor in his field.
Did they mistake him for?
Not sure.
For
not sure
Earl?
if it was just like, nope, you're associated with the Sheltons, so we're gonna.
That seems like a dick move, man.
Yeah.
He never was even a part of it.
So it's an unknown assailant hid and fired on Roy as he tended his farm, basically killing him in cold blood. And the killing made headlines all the way to Australia.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow.
And one newspaper noted that Roy was the third of 5 brothers in the Shelton family to be murdered since 1947.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So even the brothers who stayed out of this whole
still got killed. Damn. That's too bad.
Yes. So somewhere in there, the dad died of natural causes.
I kind of figured because you had mentioned the mom and not the dad.
So, and there was one situation where I saw that the mom was fired upon but not hit, but I couldn't confirm that anywhere else.
Okay.
So I don't know how true that is.
What kind of dicks do that, man?
Yeah. So after seeing their uncles' fates, little Earl and little Carl also moved to Florida, and they became law-abiding citizens.
Oh, there you go.
In 1970, somehow the sister Lula was shot and wounded in Jacksonville.
What?
And she survived.
Had no correlation to this, though?
Well, I don't know if it had correlation or if someone from the mob came down and found her. I don't know. It's fucking weird.
20 years later.
It's fucking weird.
And she had nothing to do with it.
Mm-mm.
Why would you go and shoot her?
Yeah.
That's fucking wild.
So little Earl moved to Florida in 1951, and he's worked as a truck driver. He lived until he was 79.
Wow.
Died in 1998.
Okay.
Little Carl settled also into a quiet civilian life, and he lived until 2009.
Oh, wow.
Earl, Big Earl, died in 1986 at the age of 96.
Wow.
He was never assassinated, never convicted for anything.
That's crazy that he got to be that old and his brothers got, killed.
He was a retired gangster. Probably one of the few gangsters that could retire.
That make it that far?
So,
wow.
Who fucking killed the Sheltons? We don't know.
Well, how would you? Because no one took ownership of it. They just were eliminated because they were a threat in other people's eyes. And they said, go take care of this problem I got.
Yep.
I know a guy.
So justice never came. It's suspected that it could be Buster Wortman, who was kind of taking over the southern Illinois area, possibly Chicago, possibly other people in St. Louis, maybe a combination. Not really sure, but
sure.
But yeah, so I think that's it.
Okay.
The killers were never caught. And, the network of Sheltons ended up being taken down, and everybody freaking moved to Florida, and we're like, let's just get a tan and stay out of shit.
Well, except for the sister who got randomly shot at.
Yeah, but she survived. It's fine.
Oh, you're cool. You're good. You survived. You're all right. Rub some dirt on it.
So that is the Shelton brother gang
of Peoria / Southern Illinois.
Yes.
Wow. Never heard of that.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Tony, you'll have to let me know if you've heard of that gang or not.
What's the name of the bar again? The
Parkway Tavern.
Yeah, Tony, if you do listen to this episode, please let me know, or Kate know, or email us or something, that if it's still in operation to this day. My guess is no, but I'd be curious to see. So
I would assume not.
I would think not.
But I don't know.
Nope. We'll just leave it at that.
All right.
A little bit of mystery to end this episode. So
how do you like your shanty?
I mean, I still do.
I know, me too.
Your Modelo's?
My Modelo's.
Yeah. I mean, Shandy, it's my go-to staple.
You know what's entertaining?
Gladiator? Are you not entertained? Oh, wait. What?
Yeah. Have you seen the second one yet?
I have not watched
Same,
it
I
yet.
haven't.
Yeah.
I'm kind of dragging my feet about it.
Same, because I absolutely love the first one. It's like literally one of my favorite movies.
Yes.
And I'm not saying they didn't do a good job. I haven't watched it yet, but I feel like I don't want to taint the first one.
That's how I felt about Twister and Twisters. Like, don't even try. And then Independence Day and the Resurrection, don't even try.
No.
Can't you just keep the classic ones classic?
Like Sex and the City and Just Like That.
Oh, it's so bad. It's so bad.
That's what you were telling me.
Like, I'm glued to it because I know the story and I know all the people and they're bringing back old people and...
Now you got to finish it, so...
But it's so bad. They're trying to be so, like, PC. They're bringing in every possible conflict all at once. It's really horrible.
So dumb. It's just so dumb how they're doing it.
I mean, they talk about gender. They talk about teen sex. They talk about pronouns. But it's all in, like, one episode.
I know. And
like, it's just like...
We're not saying anything is wrong with that. But
they're trying hard.
You don't need to write a story focused on that. You can still have a good story, include these people into this story, but you don't have to make that the main focus of the story.
Yeah, it's just, I don't know. They just tried really, really, really hard to, quote, be up with the times.
Check all the boxes.
Yeah. It's just very strange.
That's the problem with a lot of story writing is, I know it's a product of the times, obviously, that you're in, so I totally understand that, but it's like, just write a good story.
Yeah.
But anyways.
Well,
I suppose. All right, buffoons, that's it for today's episode.
Buckle up because we've got another historical adventure waiting for you next time. Feeling hungry for more buffoonery? Or maybe you have a burning question or a wild historical theory for us to explore?
Hit us up on social media. We're History Buffoons Podcast on YouTube, X, Instagram, and Facebook. You can also email us at historybuffoonspodcast@gmail.com. We are Bradley and Kate. Music by Corey Akers.
Follow us wherever you get your podcasts and turn those notifications on to stay in the loop.
Until next time, stay curious and don't forget to rate and review us.
Remember, the buffoonery never stops.